In this lonely ass world, it's getting colder. I'm not going nowhere if I cannot take my boat there. My mind was bred a little different, yeah, from my own past. If I see heat, why the fuck would I wanna go there? Mama, I make you smiling. Mama, your little nigga came from wildin'. Mama, always got in trouble, I was shouted. Mama, now I'm staring at shit. Mama, I'm the pilot. Mama, if I want something, I'ma go get it. Mama, swim with the sharks, piranhas, and fishes. Mama, it's so hard down here, God is my witness. Mama, I know where I'm going. Mama, I'm a fan. It's hard not knowing who is really gonna be there for me. I wish you could be here to see me the day I start touring. Shit be on my mind every second when I'm not recording. I'm waking up conversating with the Lord every morning. I mistakenly took the wrong path, I had to rewind. I fumbled trying to move too fast, I had to keep trying. Growing up, I got in trouble, told myself to keep lying. So much stress be building up, swear I be needing me time.
Good morning to the DMV and the rest of the world. This is your girl Reese, aka the best that ever did it, aka. Well, today is Wellness Wednesday on the Morning Mac Show. Another edition. Alrighty. Oh, I got my family in the house with me today. Of course, we got my super producer, Molly Mall, him and his $1 million moments. And we also have Michelle Pucciarelli. And we have the Blue Phoenix in the house today. All right. Let me bring everybody in. Hello, family. Hello, family.
Good morning.
Hello, family. All righty.
You now, but
Oh,
like
wow.
all those
I
Rose
wanted-
Bar shots back in the day, yeah.
Rose
I'm
Bar.
not sure.
That's all people talking Rose Bar. Man, you go to Rose Bar?
Oh, that's Molly.
Mute Molly.
Let
Yeah,
me mute
Dutch
him. Let me
Lounge, Ultra
take
Bar.
him out. Mute him.
Dang.
Look at you working the controls, girl. Get this mental wellness going on.
And here on the Morning Mac Show, we understand the importance of our loved ones and our friends, and when we lose them, So I wanted to give my condolences out to our boy, that we love him and we did support him, even though we're not there with him physically. We are there with him in spirit and in heart, always. All righty, let's get into Wellness Wednesday. That's what we all need to check in on to get the wellness stuff going here. Michelle, woo, we had a busy week. I'm exhausted already. Ooh, do you want to
Tell me about it?
Michelle Pucciarelli, I'll recap her because you've been out a couple of days. You want to catch the people with what's been going on behind the scenes?
Yeah. Well, I've been busy taking care of some personal things. That's why I wasn't on yesterday or Monday, because I've been settling into my new digs, getting things done. That's right. And then, while my days are busy, my evenings have been busy with my girl, because what do we do? On Monday, we went to support our comedy. Well, my comedy auntie, I call her. Your comedy sister. Because I feel like that's the kind of like I look up to Gwen. I see her. I see Gwen as a mentor. Like, I really love her raw style of comedy that she does, especially when she starts riffing. So whenever she does something, I'm always up for, and we've been working with her every Tuesday night. Last night, Bar 210. We had, what was it? What was his name? Who was it? The Black Goat?
Yeah, the goat. Yeah.
Oh, he was so funny. He was so funny.
From Philadelphia, from Brotherly Love.
He was funny. So, I mean, we've been busy running around, you and I. And then tonight we're having a joyous Wolfpack reunion. Phoenix. Oh, excuse me. I'm so excited that I'm like getting agita here now. But we're gonna see our friend Brenda Joy. we're gonna get Lee, and we're gonna head to the Electric Palm in Woodbridge to do dun, 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 my favorite open mic in this goddamn area, Riff
The
Mic
Riff
Night,
Mic,
hosted by none other than Mr. Dwayne White.
Dwayne White. Exactly. So that's in
I think I
Woodbridge.
might be his Newman. I think I might be his Newman. I have this feeling I might be Mr. White's Newman, and he's Seinfeld. Every time he sees me, he's gonna be like, "Hello, Michelle."
So Michelle brought up an interesting topic yesterday, and I know we're all familiar with it. I was trying to get a video to play it, but we all experienced it some form of fashion. Now that I know what it is, Michelle, you want to tell them what you wanted to talk about today? This is Wellness Wednesday, so this is going to be a recap on the body, spiritual, physically, and the mental today. We're going to touch on everything. Touchy feely.
Thank you. I'm glad you see that, because I think when it comes to how people communicate with one another, that can affect your wellness. That can affect your emotional wellness, your mental wellness. And then when that happens, then physically you feel bleh, kind of a thing, depending on how somebody speaks to you. And one of the things that really is just a pet peeve of mine, and it really just sticks in my craw when people gaslight one another. And I don't know how many people are familiar with the term, or maybe again, people experience it. I don't know if you agree, Phoenix. I mean, people, I believe, experience gaslighting. Some are toxic and abusive, and then there are other people that will bump around in our lives that may do the same level, but not on that like hardcore abusive intimate level, if you will. I mean, everybody wants to be acknowledged, everybody wants to be heard, but not everybody wants to be made to feel like they're crazy for having the emotions and speaking the words that they're speaking. So gaslighting is the word of Wellness Wednesday. Did you find a video for us to watch?
I did, but I don't know how to get it on. It says the 10 signs that you're being gaslighted. But could gaslighting be a good thing? I mean, is it
hasn't been
always
my
a negative
experience.
thing?
I do
What do you
recall
think?
us talking about this was a few weeks ago, talking
A
about
few months
gaslighting.
ago,
Was it months? I don't know, child. I be so busy, everything just bleed into each other. But we did discuss gaslighting. So
Phoenix,
gaslighting
talk
honestly
into
is
your mic a little bit.
gaslighting is usually never a good thing.
mm,
And that term gets thrown around so much, it's becoming a little, you know, cliche. But go ahead, baby. Gaslighting is when someone makes it seem as if, you know, you've done something wrong when you may not have done anything wrong. And they could have absolutely been the one that was wrong, but they turn it on you. So they try to make it seem as if you're, like you said, you're crazy or whatever. And then they make it seem like you've done something wrong, and then somehow make you apologize for it,
Mm-hmm.
and then never acknowledge their part in it. So that's kind of
what
basically
used
what
to call
gaslighting
that
is.
Thank you.
before the
That
word
was beautifully
gaslighting?
explained.
What do we call that
Bullshit.
back in the day?
But Layla, watch the
Bullshit.
stick. No, we used to call that.
Do you guys remember when people would openly call bullshit on one another? And now, I mean, like, I'll do it to me, but there's not a whole lot of people out in my world that openly call bullshit on me. Or again, maybe I got to start pushing.
I mean,
back
we
a little bit
might,
more and start going
yeah,
bullshit.
because we'll what we can do, you know, you look at people like that, you know, damn well, you know, that's another way of saying it.
You know, good
But,
and damn well.
Good and, oh, thank you.
You know, good and damn well. You know, we should be able to, you know, call it, and then we won't have to get gaslight later if we stop it in the tracks. You be like, wait a minute, pause. Oh, that's another thing. I noticed they go pause. That when they do that mean?
Oh yeah.
Pause?
No, when they say that, watch it. When they say that, that usually means that you're going teeter-tottering a little bit on the homosexual side of the conversation.
Oh,
but
that's what that means?
Yeah.
Good googly muggly. I need a dictionary to talk to people now.
Well, things have
You
changed
need
so
the
much.
Urban Dictionary.
That's what that
Yeah,
means. Pause.
but
Oh
how
wow.
you doing?
I
Yeah,
thought they said no homo. No, that meant that when they go
they
no
don't
What
they
homo.
don't say no homo no more. They say pause.
Oh my word.
pause? When do they say
Pause.
pause? When they're
Oh,
tired of hearing
wait a minute.
somebody?
Let me add
No,
Lisa
like
to
say
the room.
if a man act like when he wants to start talking about hot dogs or sausage, he'll say pause because it's a man.
Good
Gotcha.
morning,
Hang
Miss
on, I'll be right
Lee.
back. I gotta put my phone in
We got
in mode.
comedian extraordinaire Lee in the house. Oh, we had Lee in the house. Lee will come back
Yeah.
in. We saw her. We actually
Okay,
saw her, right?
so what if we're gonna speak on because we've had a show on gaslight before?
Okay.
Let's talk about what we can do individually
Yes.
to not gaslight folks. So sometimes you don't know you're doing it. You can gaslight, not know you're doing it. Um,
Yes.
and how can we work individually to make sure that we ourselves are not, doing this to others, as well as taking accountability for our actions, so that we
Yes.
Okay.
don't get offended or we don't offend others.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like that.
Oh, yeah, that's good because sometimes we get accused of doing stuff we don't even know we doing it.
Yeah. I mean, I think overall, especially, I'm speaking for myself, doing now open mics, being on hand, speaking to more people. It's also, I think, about mindfulness too when you're speaking and choosing your words to some people because, I think we've had conversations. And I think sometimes you say to me, it's like you're programmed differently, right? I'm programmed differently. And sometimes the words I choose, even though it's not my intention and that, I think I've come off time sounding like I'm gaslighting you. No?
Uh,
No?
I don't know. Could that
You
be?
don't think so? Because we've gotten into
No,
little, like,
maybe.
I've said things, and again, maybe not. Okay, maybe I was being a little too harsh on myself. But I don't like having miscommunications, especially with my friends, and especially since I want to be that kind of person that's going out in the world and speaking what's on my mind. And but I've really been realizing more and more, you can share your dissatisfaction. You can
Yeah.
share, you know, how you feel with another person, but I don't know if I would share it in a way that's disrespectful and nasty.
Um.
That's
I
okay.
what I was saying was say about that. I don't think that's gaslighting. I think we're communicating and trying to find a way of communicating. Gaslight is when you twist stuff around, right, Wheezy? Or when you want somebody to believe you told them to go left when you know you said right, but you want to make
Yeah.
them seem like, oh, why'd you go that way? I told you to go this way. And you be like, no, I went the way you told me to go. And then they try to make it seem like, oh, it's your fault, or throw the blame on you. Is that pointing finger, like placing the blame when they know good and daggone well they did something, but
Yeah.
then they want to try to place the blame on you, or maybe their feelings was interpreted the wrong way. I don't know. I'm not sure what the familiarity of the
Complicated.
gaslight exactly, the ins and outs, the do's and the don'ts of gaslighting. I just, we need to just start calling BS on people. Like you said, like Louisa said, when people say something, bullshit. If we say that, it'll never get to gaslighting. Maybe I'm
What
wrong.
what do you think is the best way to handle it, Phoenix, when it happens? She's the mentalist. I trust her.
Okay, so oh no, you're fine. Um, Honestly, the best way to deal with things is to take the person, to the side and talk to them individually. You don't want a crowd. You don't want to be all hype and also pull your emotions out of it. That's one of the biggest things that we forget to do. We forget to pull our feelings out of things because we might be interpreting what they're saying as one way and it may not be that way.
Mm-hmm.
So we have to learn to step out of ourselves and try to look at it from the other's point of view and then listen. just give people a chance to explain how they feel, and ask them to give you the same respect. You know.
Right, and not be
Yes.
anger. I want to apologize to my audience yesterday. I'm not going to recap or go over the show, but if you saw it, you saw it, and if you didn't, you didn't, and you probably won't, because not on Facebook anyway, because I took it down. Um, I was angry. I was in my feelings, and then as I cooled down, I got angered again. So if you're going to talk to people individually, one on one, how do you keep for getting angry? Like, say that you're talking to them about an issue and they still gaslighting. How do you keep from getting angry
I
when
think it's
you
better just to not have the
communicate?
conversation. When you
No, but you
feel
gotta have a communication sometimes. You gotta
you
have a
do,
talk.
and you gotta have. But I don't think you should have conversations when you're the angry party, because it's not. I think sometimes you gotta just be silent and let the anger, because I've been told so many times, Michelle, arguing with crazy just makes you look crazy, you know? And again, at this point, good morning, Slicky. Thanks for tuning in and watching. I'm glad you're the only one watching us today. I feel blessed, but because Auntie Pam is also watching from YouTube, and she gave the definition of gaslighting: the practice of psychologically manipulating someone into questioning their own sanity, memory, or powers of reasoning. So again,
Memory.
we remember things differently too.
That
And
is
sometimes you got
correct.
to acknowledge that and concede to that say maybe there was a miscommunication. Maybe there was some words, you know, said one way and taken another way. And again, that's okay. And you know what, out there, you know what's also okay? If we have Slicky as the only person watching us today when we repost this, if one person watches the show and then one more person, that's okay too. We got people watching. We got people watching 5 days a week. And you're building something that I believe is going to be a great thing. So, like they said in the Field of Dreams, if you build it, they will come. And I feel like that is what you've been doing since you've allowed me to come on here and share the space and my voice. You know, that you've allowed it because you're the host of this show. And even when I'm acting like the crazy white woman, hey everyone, you still let me on here. So, this has been a really great, I guess I would say, yes, it's a platform, but it's a forum for all of us to come on to and to communicate with one another. And again, you used to like to say, I can't believe how different we are, but yet we can sit here and be best friends and have a conversation. And I'm like, yeah, I know. Isn't it great?
Because we develop, I think, tolerance of each other. Once we know a person, we know, okay, she eat with her right hand, so I'm going to sit on the left of her so we won't bump elbows. You know what I mean? Once we learn and take time to learn each other, we can cultivate healthy relationships with one another. You know, we always say
Praise
that.
Jesus. Yeah. And I'll be nice. I'll even say, praise Jesus. It's a miracle. I'm not going to say any bad things about him, because
Don't make
I
it my
think,
religion.
that for me, the story, and I don't mean to be getting all biblical, but I saw Kenneth pop on. Good morning, Kenneth. Good morning. What's good?
Morning,
Um,
Kenneth.
you know, that there was somebody who was probably always being spoken to in unkind ways, given some of the stories I remember. And again, he chose to turn the other cheek and just walk on and, let it go. Because sometimes people have an off day too. Sometimes people are having a bad day. Sometimes people, they woke up on the wrong side of the bed, as they used to say. So sometimes, we want grace. I know I want grace when I wake up like that, when I go out into the world. Like, and I'm like, hey, I tell you this all the time. Out there, I'm in a mood. I'm in a mood.
Yeah. Yeah, and as we say that to warn each other, to let each other know that we're on an irritable stance,
Yeah.
especially women that cycle. I was like, oh, me and
Oh,
Misha or whoever woman I'm around, we share that with each other. I'm not having a good day.
yeah.
My Aunt Pam, I'm in a mood. I'm not having a good day. So we know that when you're feeling, is it vulnerable, or when you're feeling really sensitive that day, not
Yeah.
to push any buttons, and
Don't
try to
put.
be empathetic to the person and sympathetic, like, what's wrong with you going through? What can I
Yeah.
do? to make you not less to make you less irritable and everything. I was
And I
going to
usually say when I start getting when I start like raising my voice when we're talking, I usually try to say, Althea, it's the situation. I'm like, I'm frustrated about the situation. And given that we're talking about it, I'm like, she's getting it. Like I'm trying to tell her, you know, again, thanks, Alan. Good morning. Nobody cares if you are irritable. You know what? And then those are the people that are going to be crying if they don't care that we're irritable. We're trying to warn you.
but women go through that emotionally. But this is what I wanted to when you say that you go through something and then you just like forget about it. I don't want to forget about it. I want to talk about it. So I don't want to keep making the same mistakes. You know,
True.
so if
But you
you
don't
say
want to over
something, I
talk
want to
it.
talk about it. But like Louisa said, I want to be in a calm state when I talk about it. So
Yes.
when I'm calming down, what I was asking Louisa, this is for you, my mentalist. Now, when say I'm calmed down and I'm addressing an issue with Michelle, and then I start talking to Michelle, and then I get angry all over again, then what do? Louisa?
I'm sorry. Ask me that question again, please.
Okay. I was saying that I don't want to, like Michelle was saying earlier, you just dismiss it. And I know because if you dismiss some things, that it comes back again. It keep coming back. I don't want to dismiss it. I want to discuss it. I want to talk it
Hmm.
through so we can kill it. So it won't have to happen again. You know, if you're my friend, you're not going to try to move that same way. But what happens when we're talking? I'm calm and she's calm. Then all of a sudden, talking about it gets us angry again, get you angry again. What do? Because you're trying to get it resolved. And say you're trying to get it resolved, and then they say something, and then you say bullshit. Because when you say bullshit, they're going to get on the defensive and in the attack mode and stuff going to come out. So what do you do when you're talking and discussing and get angry all over again?
The only thing you can do is
Yeah.
pause and you say, you know what, let's not address that right now because I'm still upset. And you need to look at why you're that angry. What about it made you that angry? Because it's more than what they said. It's something bothering you.
I
So you have to really
could be
look
a
into that.
trigger. It could be a trigger there
Yeah.
because when I peel back
Exactly.
the layers, I found out I do have. I didn't think I had triggers, but I actually do. That stuff
What do you
that
mean? What do you mean you didn't think you had some? You serious? I love you. I love you. And you're very aware, but trigger that's the funny thing about triggers. They kind of they're there. And again, when you're not, and that's why that's kind of the genius in what when you sit there and you talk about it and you want to like examine it and learn from it, that's you trying to understand what triggered you. You get what I'm saying? So
right.
that allows you, true, to be more aware when we're in these situations. And this is why I think I'm an oversharer too, because I want you to know, hey, I come in peace. I'm not here to trigger people or you.
Yeah, but the thing is, you cannot control what triggers people. You also cannot control why this person is triggered. The
That's
person who is
dog.
triggered has to be the one to go inside and look. A trigger is nothing but a resurface of feelings that are already there. So you just have to go in and see what feelings are there and see why they're there. A lot of times people say things to us that might not have been harsh, but you heard it that way because of what's in there anyway. You know, if someone says something to you and you feel it's unfair, or someone says something to you and you think it's not true, of course it's going to bother you, but it comes from hearing it from way back in the day somewhere, and that person made you feel less than. So the person that's saying something to you may not even be, coming at you in that way, but the words that they said or how they said it affected that little part, that younger part of you. And so that is something you need to address. And it's not fair for us to take that on out on somebody when we have that within us. Now, I'm not saying that the person didn't say something to offend you. But what I'm saying is, if you are still angry after thinking about it and evaluating it, then that is something you need to deal with on your own.
Okay. And then after talking to the person, and so do you what? Not talk to that person to avoid being triggered? Do you distance yourself and not deal with that person?
No, you shouldn't unless you feel that unless they're causing, unless they're threatening you, or
Well, it was triggering is threatening your well being or saying
no, triggering is not threatening your well-being. A trigger is a response within you. That has nothing to
okay.
do with anybody threatening your well-being. That is something within you that comes up.
Mhm.
Somebody could say chicken nuggets, and that could trigger a traumatic memory. Chicken nuggets is not harmful, but it just triggers something within you. You had a bad experience
Yeah,
with chicken nuggets. You almost died choking.
No, you know what I don't
exactly.
like? I get upset when people call me a liar.
That too.
Is the what triggers that? Is that because my grandfather instilled it in me that a liar is one of the worst things you could be? Because you saw y'all saying liar
Mm-mm.
isn't good. So when somebody, because I try to to be forthcoming, right? And not to shroud myself or move in the darkness. So a lie that nobody will ever say, "Oh, you a liar, you lying, you lying." What I got to lie for? So, and I know that's the trigger. I don't like that word liar, and I think it may be embedded in me from growing up as a kid. You know, because I remember my great grandmother used to whoop my aunt Ann.
Alan, stop looking at me so hard, and you won't see me walking, nigga.
She would tell you, my aunt Ann, she used to say, "You a lie," and my grandmother's mother couldn't stand that.
Mm.
And she got up and whooped my aunt's tail. She said, "Ann, stop saying that." And Ann kept saying, "You a lie." She told one of the other kids, "You a lie," and she got her ass whooped for that. I guess because my great grandmother was triggered by something like that. So,
Mm.
what happened? Good morning, Lee. Lee was
Good
supposed to be
morning,
on the
Lee.
panel this morning. What happened,
And
Lee? Try it
Alan's got a
again.
lot to say. But no, Lee's phone wasn't working poorly.
Oh,
But
okay. What Alan over there in the comments saying? And
yeah,
Kenneth,
well,
what they say?
Kenneth said he Kenneth said he's triggered by capitalism. Alan said a manipulative person is worse than a liar. They manifest the lie into existence. Um, now, I
Wait a minute,
mean,
I thought a
what's
manipulative
the
person
diff?
and a liar
He's
is the
calling.
same.
So, are you telling me? And then DJ Slicky Woo Boo, if you ain't got nothing nice to say, don't say it at all. Well, Reese, tell you some big. Well, Reese, you tell some big ones. I don't know who's telling big ones, but at this moment in time, I've been spending enough time with you, Reese Cup out there, to know that the only big thing about you is your bosoms, or those bosoms that everything get lost in. Sorry, you pull an umbrella out of that. She pulled a full size umbrella out of her bosom the other night. Yeah, yeah, Phoenix. She's now upgraded to full size umbrellas in case it's a rainy evening. Give me a break, woman. Is there nothing you can't get in there? I'm waiting for a small child to come out.
Oh my
Honestly,
God.
I'm waiting for a small child to come out of there.
Molly almost popped out of there. She keep on hugging him. He gonna fall right up in there. But the thing about this whole conversation is I want people to understand that
Hmm.
we really have to stop personalizing a lot of things.
Yeah, we
I used
do.
to get angry about situations that I knew weren't true, but people are just going around saying things. And it would anger
Hmm.
me because I'm like, why are they doing this? I didn't do that, or this is never blah, blah, blah. And my mother said, listen, let people believe what they're going to believe. Your actions
Exactly.
and who you are will always show the truth. And because I know who I am and people around me know Greenbelt know who I am, I never have to, you don't have to prove yourself if you're being honest and you're being true.
Okay.
So,
Mm,
let stuff go. Let it go. Let shit
let it
go. Just
go.
let it go.
Let it
And
go.
and and learn how to accept people's feelings for what they are. Let me tell you, I say this all the time. Your feelings are valid, but that does not mean they're accurate. So
That's
you have
right.
the right to feel the way you feel. You have the right
Amen.
for that to come up because, things happen. But that doesn't mean it's accurate because everybody's perception is different.
Thank you.
Everyone
Yes.
hears things differently. So when I'm having a
Thank you.
conversation, if I don't understand what you're saying, I'm going to ask you to repeat it or ask for clarity because I don't want to
Mm-mm-mm.
misunderstand. And I always repeat myself. Or if people don't understand what I'm saying, I'll ask them, okay, well, what did you hear? We got to learn how to stop thinking about just ourselves. And that's not adding more work to you, but it's trying to get a better understanding and clarity with people you deal with. We're all
Yeah.
human. We're all human. And
Hurt people hurt people.
and even in that, we have to still know how to respect. That's our problem. We
Hmm.
don't respect other people, nor ourselves, because
Hmm.
we feel like that's not our train lane. We feel like we gotta prove something. I'm not proving nothing to nobody. If you know me, you know me. If you don't, you don't. That's your business, and it ain't my problem. So we have to
Hmm.
learn how to understand. You respect people for who they are. You take them for who they
Exactly.
are, and you deal with them in that way.
Hmm.
We don't have to
And
call
you
people
give no
out.
respect, you get none,
Right.
right?
We don't have to call people out. We don't have to blast them on Facebook or YouTube, or we just need to learn how to do things the way we used to. If we don't like you, don't deal with you.
Hmm.
Everybody in the world don't need to know who you are. They'll have to find out. So it is what it is.
Yeah. And Lee said it too. Lee just commented. Everyone everyone didn't go to the same school. Everyone has experienced life differently, and everyone has gone through different things. And when you again, I hear things one way, Althea hears things another way. Again, go to hell, DJ. Okay, that's great. You know what? I'm looking forward to going to hell because at least I'll be warm year round and you won't be there because you're a saint apparently. So again, it comes down to being you give what you get in my mind. So again, if you're going to be disrespectful to people because you're demanding respect, you earn it. You don't demand it. That we all want the same thing. I mean, I'm not a perfect human being. I know what I know and I know what works for me, and I don't want to be around people who don't know how to speak in kind ways to me or my friends. Did we
Thank you,
bless
Alan.
you?
He saw me sneeze.
See? Bless you.
Thank y'all. But yeah, either way, as far as wellness, this part of wellness has a lot to do with full roundedness, your spiritual, mental, your emotional.
Mhm.
And it can go physical, because if you operate in a way that you're holding on to anger and frustration and all that, it will manifest physically, and it can affect your
Yes.
body. We don't realize. Let me tell you about my grandmother. Oh, this beautiful chocolate woman and my grandmother. Oh, I just knew I looked like her until my cousins told me otherwise. Uh, they busted my bubble big time. But anyway, my grandmother went through molestation and rape for the greater part of her her
Mm.
childhood. And then she had to work and help take care of. And so she didn't trust men. She didn't trust anything. But instead of her dealing with that pain, she harbored it. That pain turned to cancer. She died at
Mm.
45 from pancreatic cancer.
Are
You
you
have
kidding
to
me?
let stuff go. Yes, that and a broken heart. People don't know that you can die from a broken heart.
Absolutely.
So, that stuff manifests. You have to let it go. You have to deal with your part. And you also have to look at your place in the problem. Everyone has a responsibility and accountability to every issue. I don't care if your stuff is so small, you still have a part in that problem. And we don't
Mm.
like to look at ourselves as part of the problem. We are always part of the problem, whether we did something major or we just accepted it and allowed people to do it to us. So
Mhm.
everybody has a responsibility to deal with. So everybody needs to let it go and grow up.
You multitasking this morning. I
Right.
like this.
I agree. And
Yeah, I know.
Alan.
And I'm gonna have to let go because I actually supposed to be in class right now.
Oh,
So wonderful Wellness Wednesday, everybody. I will be on tomorrow for the full time duration of the
oh,
show.
from Throwback
Um,
awesome.
Thursday,
yeah.
Tall Tale Thursday, you got some whoppers for us, Weezy? Huh?
I
The
don't know. I
Tall
gotta
Tale.
find something. I'm gonna be Alan up.
Wow.
He said he's slow. Don't die from a broken heart. You my friend. We'll talk later.
Mm.
Oh,
Bye.
yes,
Have a great day.
my
You
baby.
too.
But she's absolutely right. You can die from a broken heart. It's that
Oh yeah.
overwhelming feeling. Yeah. And you know what? In the anesthesia, we did a show a few months back. about when you go under anesthesia, and the anesthesiologist wants you to go under happy, so you can have a better time under anesthesia. They was like, don't go under this sad, don't go under there hurting and all of that. They ask you questions that deal with your mental. What
I
does
have to
Slicky
tell
say?
you,
Never did a whole lot
whole
of
lot of talking all my life. When I'm pissed, he hits and talks later. That's a good strategy.
no, that'll get you locked up these days, baby. That'll get you locked up. And that's not it. That's I used to be like that too, because you don't understand the feelings and the emotion that you're going through, and you want to lash out. You know, like
It's
you get so
overwhelming.
mad. You remember I said that the other day, I said, I'm so mad I want to fight. I'm like, oh, I can fight,
And I'm
but
going, no.
but that was being upset and processing that energy, you know, in the wrong, you know, in the wrong way. And then when you angry like that, then you take that anger, you take it out on the streets, and you taking that anger with you wherever you go. And I don't want to be like that. I don't want to feel like I want to be fighting, or I don't want to feel like I need to be combative all the time. That's too much work. Like that. Screw that. That's too much work.
Lee's got a lot of questions. Lee's got a few questions out there.
Okay.
Who's capping their sentences? That's DJ Slicky Woo Boo. Who and why they using profanity? Again, that's just how he speaks. Why and what's the threat of one hand clapping about? Because he hits first and talks later. Yeah, bingo. There you go. I answered all questions for you there, Lee.
Yeah.
So again, in my mind, if you wanna hit first and talk later, again, I don't like to be hit. So I don't have to talk. I don't have to stand there and take it, right?
Well, yeah, that's
anger and fight. And Lee is saying anger and fighting is a trait of lack of sex. Is it a trait of lack of sex? Maybe. Oh, Alan saying I miss my cousin. I truly do. It truly broke my heart to lose a lifetime friend. It's hard. I mean, from birth. That's why I said I'm dying of a broken heart. Oh, I'm sorry, Alan.
Yeah. And you know, he's right, because his cousin was like his best friend. And it is hard when you lose that family member that you know, that know you, your best friend. It's hard to lose anybody you love. And
for some reasons, you find, like for me, it's so hard. Uh-oh, you're getting a phone call. Who is it?
Right. Hello?
Look at me hanging. Oh, she's taking a phone call during the show. Okay, Lee, anybody want to? Lack of sex will make anybody fight. Yeah, ain't that the truth? I don't know what people have against doing that, but it is relaxing and it does make you feel good. Good Jesus, now she's walking away. Oh, Lord, help me and save me that she's leaving me live on the streaming cast now. Hey, if anybody wants to comment some more, feel free. It's just me now sitting here talking about lack of sex making people angry. Oh, awesome. Thanks, Althea. Thanks a lot. This is hilarious. This is honestly, Lee, of all the days for your phone not to work, it had to be today. Alan, I think you're onto something. You might fight yourself if you don't get no nookie. And medical, you can handle it. Thank you. But Alan's got some good comments. Where'd you go? I had to ramble on for like a minute.
For a minute, because that was an important conversation. It was about the billing office. They're finally calling me back.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
You know, for my doctor's bill and all that stuff. And
Ellen.
For Monday Madness, I'm getting a call Wednesday for Monday Madness when I was talking about the fraud and how the people got your money, and then they saying that you owe this, that, and the other, and all that stuff.
There's a lot of fraud out there. I got a text message. That was Magic Mike calling. Alan said, "That's right. Althea setting up some fun time for later."
I'm about to say I need some fun time. No, I don't need that kind of fun. I'm good. I'm good with sustaining myself.
What do you do to relax and unwind?
I listen to music.
So just
and
music.
I pray and meditate. Meditation and prayer.
Do you orgasm from any of that?
Simmer down. No, I don't orgasm. You know, maybe that's why I want to fight. Maybe that's why I have that pent up energy. Maybe I need to work it out. And then I try to work out and exercise in the house, you know, do a workout. And then I get tired and exhausted. And I'm like, oh,
Mhm.
you
Oh,
know, but
all
I
I
don't
do is
feel
listen to
satisfied
music.
from it. I just feel tired and exhausted. But, you
See,
know,
see now, depending on the music I listen to, like I love listening to music too, and you make fun of me with some of the music I listen. But again, the music does. You could see, like, depending on what I put on, what music when we're going out. Like when we're going out that night, I'll be like, okay, let's go, go, go. This is it. Let's go. Boop, boop, boop. It's our pre-gaming. We're getting our spirits up. We're gonna be ready to be funny kind of a music. Or I don't listen to sad music a lot these days.
you know,
I
and
haven't because I
I love sad songs. What did Elton John say?
I guess
Sad
that's why
songs
they
they say
call 'em.
so much. You
Oh,
said
that's
turn
right. I
them
remember
sad
that one.
songs.
Turn 'em on. I remember the turn 'em on. Turn on them sad songs. Is that the one it is?
Sad songs. Because the sad
Sad
song says so much.
so much.
Look at
Thanks, Elton.
you.
Thanks,
Oh,
Elton. He's telling everybody to turn on the sad songs.
yeah, because the
Uh,
sad song can be beautiful sometimes. It's cleansing. It's good, you know.
it
I, I,
is.
ain't nothing wrong with a sad song. Now, sometimes I turn on a song that I used to be with my ex with, and I'd be like,
Ugh,
I remember that. But
no,
all the
no,
time wasn't bad with
no.
your
Why do
ex.
you torture yourself like that for?
I think about the good memories. I think about the good
Uh,
times. Because all the times with my ex wasn't bad at all.
no, it's
So
not.
you think about the
See,
good times. You know,
I
the negative
try.
stuff, you let the negative go by the wayside. But a good time, you think, and I laugh. I think about it and it makes me laugh. You
I
know,
laugh at how silly we behave.
what are some of these comments over here?
Well, DJ Slicky Woo Boo asks, "Is Molly working today, sis?" Now you sis.
He's in the back, but he's attending a funeral. Yes.
Lee said, "I can't sad song." Alan saying, "I also listen to music to relax, make music or graphics, but intimacy is the ultimate relaxer." Hey, hey there, Alan. Hey, Erky
Woo.
Burke.
But
We'll show him how to cut the edge and urge. Oh, Alan said music is free. When you got your phone call, Alan also said that was Magic Mike calling you.
I wish it was a Magic Mike. Ooh, I saw Magic Mike last night. Well, I had me a Magic Mike Monday. It's so funny
Oh,
that I get
he
off
was
about
so
feeling their
nice looking.
arms. And I had my boy Nico was Monday. That's my new boyfriend. Hi
Mm.
Nico.
You didn't
He
say
a
that Nico
camera
already
guy.
had a girlfriend.
And yeah, but she didn't mind. She said I can have him on Mondays. She's like, I can have him on Mondays. So and he was just
It's true.
beautiful. He had the big arms. And he looked so exotic. And when I was
Mm.
walking around hand in hand, like this is my boyfriend. This is my boyfriend.
Yes, she was.
You know, so yes. So I was good with that. And then Monday, oh, Top Gun came through. Oh, Jasper came through. And
That
man,
was
when that
Tuesday.
man
That was
hugged
last
me, man, let me tell y'all something. He's an ex Redskin player, right?
It was fine.
When he was fine, he had muscles like I don't know what. He hugged me, my body just crushed. Them jokers are big.
I
He
wasn't mad when he gave me a hug. I was like, okay, thanks for coming.
He made me feel like I was 110 pounds, y'all. He hugged me and I was like this. Oh my gosh. He hugged
Yeah.
all of me like rare, like a bear. I almost fell on the He had
You
muscles
get
bigger
your
than
cane to
swag.
hold on to so you can get a better grip.
He had muscles bigger than swag. And I was like, oh my word. And I said, what do you do for a living? He said, I'm a retired NFL player. I said,
He's
who
a
did you
nice
play
looking
for? He said,
NFL
the
player.
Redskins. So I got to look at the roster of 2006. I think that was the year. And look for Jasper. We got to find Jasper, girl. Y'all go, Michelle. I want to look at the roster, see this, you know. So we're going to try to get him on the show. He lived
Yeah,
out here in Maryland
I
now,
think that'll be
down
fun.
in the Waldorf area. The old NFL player, because I want to know the vigorous routine that they go through. Like, I want to know how their training is, what time they get up in the morning. Is he on steroids? Because the dude's over
Oh,
40.
Althea, don't ask that question.
But I'm
Althea,
saying his muscles are huge.
they
Like
could be,
Luther
yeah, and
Riggnall,
that could
like,
just be good genetics. He was a fine-looking man. And by the way, Alan's laughing at you. This my boyfriend. This my boyfriend. This my boyfriend. And then Lee, you be jacking women's men right in front of them.
but the women, the women, the
The
wives
ladies are
tell
always
me
very
take them.
nice to you. What?
They tell
Oh,
me
we can
take
go
them.
to. Okay, Lee has an idea. Lee has an idea. And Alan said, to hell with muscles, Fluffy is king. Lee's idea is we could go to Loudon to go to the training camp. Shh, okay, I would waste my gas for that. Road trip.
So what happens at the training camp? Because I can't do
They
the
run around and get sweaty.
exercises. I can't run around no track and field. Well, you know what? I take that back.
Watch.
Let me get my walker and my tennis shoes, and I'll chase them asses all up and down that
What are
field.
you thinking?
I'll be at the camp like this.
We're not
I
going
got
to
one.
train. We're going to watch. We're going to watch the hot men run around, get sweaty. It's a meet and greet. It's a meet and greet
I
out
want
there.
to
You get to meet a
video
lot of.
and do some live video. I want to talk. I want to do interviews with them, and then I want to see their muscles, man. Jasper muscles.
Lee, when's the meet and greet? Find out.
Them muscles.
We're there.
You know,
we'll go representing the Morning Mac show.
Okay.
You're the press.
Okay, look. All I know, that right there put me in a good mind space, put me in a good mental. When I'm on stage doing my comedy, I'm in a good mental space. But I noticed that I have to have, before I go on, I have to not be disturbed. Meaning my peace. I can't get my peace disturbed because when I get riled out, when I remember not too long ago, I got a call from my sister that upset me. I could not, after that call, it was just like, and I was up on stage, I couldn't have a good show. I couldn't, it gets, I need, now I know this about me now, I need the space surrounding around me, especially when I'm about to perform. I need that to be zen time. I don't need
notice you notice that the more we've been going out and doing it, right?
Right.
The more you've noticed, like, good morning, James. Hello. And Alan suggested we should do a morning meet and greet, Morning Mac show meet and greet. Oh, won't that be fun? What do you think, baby? Cool. We should do that.
I think that'll be good. We could do take the Morning Mac show on the road a little bit while you have the time off. You know, I pitch in for the gas, and maybe me, you, Molly, we get in the truck and we can actually talk to the people. And Louisa, you know, the group, us.
Yeah. Oh, Lee's gonna check into the meet and greet. Lee's gonna check into the meet and greet.
And we could film while we on. James said hi, Michelle.
Hi, James. Alan will fly up. What?
Who?
Alan. Alan said I'll fly up. Where the hell's Alan?
He's in Georgia. My cousin was down in Georgia. Oh, that's why I keep saying if we go to Georgia, do some comedy shows. I got people all up and down. I had Georgia, North Carolina, South Carolina. So, you know, all we got to do is get the places booked.
Louisa said we could do a meet and greet at her house. Ooh.
No, not a meet and greet.
Thea, we're taking you to a Redskins meet and greet. Just imagine how many boyfriends you're gonna get.
I'm a Dallas Cowboy fan, but I still go for the meet and greet.
You were a fan last night.
I wasn't a Redskins fan. I was a Jasper fan.
Exactly. Don't look at them look at them as human beings, Althea. They're human beings who happen to play football.
I looked at him as baby daddy number 92. That's what I was. I only got one child, but I got all these different baby daddies.
Poor Tyree. Tyree.
Tyree laughs because he know his mama. Look, I may seem like I'm a thought, I'm a hoe, but I'm not. I just, you know, right? I'm a hoe that don't screw. or whatever. I'm a personality hoe. I don't know, but I don't get into the physical. I'm into more the metaphysical. I'm more like give me them hugs and give me them arms. But when that man hugged me and he hugged me tight too, I was like, made me just want to fall out. Ladies, that joker was fine. And he had locks down his back. And I was like, where'd you come from? He came in like a bear. I'm like,
By the way, who barked at him last night?
Michelle, but who ended up with him last night?
You did. Well, yeah, you got it. I'm a good wingman. What can I say?
She barked and I reeled him on in. And it was so funny because Michelle and this other lady was like in a competition because as soon as Michelle leave, here come the other girl. And then as soon as the other girl, Michelle, hey.
It was funny.
It was like a tennis match. I'm like this. Oh, here she come. Up there go Michelle. Up there go. Me and Lee was set back and we cracked up last night.
I wasn't that bad.
We cracked up last night.
It was a fun night.
It was funny.
Hugs. See, and Louisa, she's right. Hugs are so important. That's why I hugged really tight. Sometimes people need to feel love, even if it's only for a few seconds. I love hugs. Give me all the hugs.
What did the other people say? Because Louisa said whatever hater. Let's go back. What are they saying? Wait a minute.
Let's go back. Let me go back up a little bit. Oh, James. Malik is on. Peace, Empress. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Let's see. Okay, so Alan laughing. Don't nobody want to come to your house. LOL, just kidding. Alan, I know you want to go to her house. Don't be like that. Lee is saying that you're going to become a Commanders fan, Althea, once we take you to the meet and greet. Louisa said, whatever, hater. That's right. See, I agree with you, Louisa. He wants to come to your house. Lee, for whatever reason, wrote Horo, or is it Horo? Think I spelled it wrong. Okay, I don't know what you're trying to say. That was funny as hell. Thank you, Lee. But yeah, there you go. Lee's cracking herself up in the comments is all I gotta say.
Okay. Okay. And then after that, Louisa said, after she said hugs, she said hugs are important. Yeah, Louisa, that man hugged the life out of me last night. He hugged me and I was like, oh my gosh. I mean, I just melted like butter in his arms. And I don't never melt from a hug.
Yes, you did.
But he was, the way the embrace was, if hugs was affectionate, indicator of I want to take you up, smack it up, flip it, rub it down, he definitely wanted me. But I told him, no more mango for you. But when he hugged me, he covered my whole entire body and put his arms around me like this. And I'm a big girl. And if you could get your arms around me to hug them boobs, all my cane was just hanging in the air. I was like, Michelle, hold my cane.
That's what I did. You threw your cane at me.
I said, hold my cane. And he grabbed me and he rocked me, y'all. He rocked me like this. I was like, oh my God. He rocked me like a baby. He rocked me like my back didn't have no bone. I think he helped my spine, that alignment.
He did. Althea melted when you got that hug.
He caught me off guard. I was shocked. I was like, what in the world? Because you know how when you hug people, you expect that, okay. He said, rare. And I was like, oh, hope Joe the blow. I'm like, big girl down. I didn't know what to expect. And I'm up there hanging daily, guys. Michelle, hold my cane. I'm calling her to help me.
Althea, you need a man. You need to get a little loving. You need a little nookie.
Then what the Joker did.
I know. See, even Louise is saying Reese needed that hug. She remembers all the details. Tell me about it. But
the way he grabbed me, snatched me up like I was nothing.
Althea, did you see the size of that man?
He was huge.
I'm not mad.
I'm telling everybody, it was huge. Look up 2006 on the roster. I know what I'm saying.
I wouldn't be mad if he tackles me.
I didn't know his arms was that big, that long. I was like, what the, like I said, I'm a big girl. And he had wrapped his arms around me and he squeezed me tight and he had the nerve to rock with me, y'all. I was like, oh, shucks, like, oh, I'm getting rocked. He rock. That was Holly rock.
See?
Was,
That helped your wellness. And Malik said hugging helps lower our stress throughout the day. Like so many other unseen benefits, this all goes back to good old hormones. That's right. Some researchers believe that hugging and other interpersonal touch can boost a hormone called oxytocin and also affect our androgynous opioid system. Hugging is a good thing. I mean, that's, you
I
get.
didn't feel like I
Oh,
wanted to do it.
Lee. Alan said my cuz felt like a baby bird. She did. She did. She felt special. Tyree Tyree, does mother have a man? Is she finally gonna leave me alone?
Oh, that was a bird.
Oh, son. Don't worry, baby. Mama's not leaving you yet soon. It's okay. She's getting close, though. Louisa said this is true. Hugging also helps to release unknown or hidden feelings. That's why someone may cry while being hugged. Been there, done that.
Wow.
You haven't gotten a hug that made you start to cry?
I think it was who I got it from made me start to cry. The person that I got it from, but wow. And I got a lot of those fake hugs. I noticed that when people just give you them hugs, like they like, those
like
not
this,
hugs.
like this, with their hands like.
Those are not hugs. I'm talking about real body hugs. When somebody grab you, hug my neck. My Aunt Ann used to always say that when you're happy to see someone, you can tell by how they hug you. If they're really happy to see you. Some people like, okay. And then some people like, oh my gosh, and there's a ring around you. And then I notice when they don't want to let go.
Yeah.
Then when I feel like they don't want to let go, you know how you release from the hug, and they
I usually say
tight?
I can't breathe.
I hold tight too. Like Michelle say, I'm hugging you, and I let you go, and you still hugging me tight. I'm going to hug you again because then I know that your emotion there, that you're not finished hugging, and so we can hug it out. Malik, can we get a hug from you, Malik? What Malik talking about?
Oh boy.
Michelle, what Malik say?
Malik said noun biochemistry, a hormone that released by the pituitary gland that causes increased contraction of the uterus during labor and stimulates the ejection of milk into the ducts of the breast. Wow. So, and Alan had some words for Tyree, just so you know. So you know.
Go ahead.
Alan made sure to tell Tyree that he's locked in. Sorry. And also boobs. And Tyree did respond, don't curse me like that, cuz I can finally be a wholesome person.
He can finally be a hoe.
A wholesome person. A wholesome person. That's the comment I just read from Alan. Wow. Y'all are on fire now with the comment.
He said, "Ho." Then he said, "That's not what he would look."
He can finally be wholesome. Ho. So
yeah, you go get you some hoe. Go ahead.
Louisa was told to never. Louisa, I was told to never let go first, especially when hugging children. Allow them to let go first. Oh, that's so cute.
I didn't know that. I didn't even know about the side hug.
So hugs and crying during sex.
The side hug. I didn't even know about that.
So hugs and crying during sex, Leah's asking. I don't think that's a bad thing. It means you've had a very good experience with that person in my mind.
Oh, you said goodbye?
Malik said hugging causes the brain to release oxytocin. I can't say it. The hormone that increases human bonding. Yes, is that what it is? Here's why it's important. The oxytocin released by hugging increases trust, loyalty, and feelings of closeness. Thank
Oxytocin.
you. Oxytocin, which is
Yeah.
why physical contact in relationships is so important. Hugging causes the brain to release I think he did that. Oh, okay, I already read that. That was it. Damn, Malik, that means she got that fire, is what Alan said. Fire, yeah. Althea, you got that fire when you hug people.
Oh,
Don't
I
let
thought I
go.
was. I didn't know this. I honestly, and I'm not
Oh, a bunch of
gaslighting
things.
nobody. I didn't know. I didn't even know. Louisa can tell you, Michelle can tell you. I didn't even know about the side hug. Louisa had to tell me what the
Oh,
side
yeah.
hug was.
There's
I
the
didn't.
side hug.
I was like, "This is you supposed to get a side hug? That's the church hugs," and I didn't even know that. I just thought a hug was a hug.
If you go in on the side, if you do a side hug, then when you're a woman, you're not going in like boob on. So that's
You
why
know, and
some
that's how I
people.
hurt my brother Slicky. I hit him in the back of the head. I said, boop. But I didn't know because I was hugging him from behind. He said, "Who the hell hit me in the back of it?" You know.
Ellen said
So
he gives side hugs sometimes. Louisa said an amazing session. Lee
yes.
said the song that this girl is on fire. That's your theme song, Althea. This girl is on fire.
No, that's not my theme song. Look, we had an awesome day, Wellness Wednesday.
Yes, we
You
did.
know, like I tell everybody, if you haven't gotten this book, get this book. It's a powerful book. It's more in this than meets the eye. If you could get past the rough parts, there's some good parts in here. I would encourage you to keep reading. Don't put it down. Read it to the end. Then you go back and you can read it over again. Because there's some tough stuff in there for people to read and digest. But hey, it's a book. It's stories. It's just stories. Some you can relate and some you may not be able to, but it's just stories. So that's all. And it's a fictional book. It's a good book. Okay.
Yes.
And I'm pushing it
You're
because the second book is to come out at the end of the year.
Woo! That's exciting. That's exciting. And just an FYI, Althea, Alan said he's cried during sex and never called the girl again. Thanks,
Because
Charlie.
that was goodbye sex. It was like
That
stuff
was the
so
goodbye
good.
sex.
You want to walk away from that because that's that sound like that's that fight. That's that crazy sex that's going on. Make you Freaky Friday topic. Crazy sex. Bam. Thank you, Alan. Thank you, Alan. That's the Freaky Friday topic for Friday. Malik, you gonna join us this Friday, tomorrow, and the day after?
She would have.
What do you say? Non-fictional books.
Ever. He said no fictional books ever. LOL. Did you freeze? Uh-oh.
But
You froze up a little bit there.
Oh, I was saying the book is a good one, but it's based on true things. But only the writer knows, only the author knows what is accurate truth and what is not.
Mm-hmm.
You do that to protect the people you love. Sometimes truth hurts more than fiction. But anyway, but like I said, Freaky Friday topic is going to be what did I say? Crazy sex.
Crazy sex. This kind of sex that drives you crazy.
Exactly the kind of sex that you're scared to get involved in, or the kind of emotions that you're scared to release, especially men. They was like, her stuff was so good and it drives you crazy. You change how you are and who you are because because it's women.
Malik, yeah, the truth should never hurt, huh? And Alan said
that's not that
the truth shall set you free.
Malik, Malik trying to gaslight now.
Oh boy.
You know,
going back to using that word again.
Gaslight, yeah. Because he said the truth should never hurt, huh? The truth hurts a lot, and some people aren't ready to face it. I'm ready to face it.
Alan said he's gonna Althea. Alan said he's gonna be here on Friday.
Okay.
What are we doing on Friday?
The Freaky Friday.
Oh, so Alan's coming up.
That's what he said he's gonna be. I'm all right. I'm gonna send you the link Friday morning. Boom. But this has been another
Oh,
edition and installment of the Morning Mac Show. Michelle, you want to tell them anything? What you got going on? Where you gonna be? What you doing?
what I'm doing? Well, tonight we're going to be going down to the Electric Palm. And on Saturday, we're going to be doing a free comedy Zoom show. It's posted on our Facebook and Instagram with our friend and my birthday twin, Philip Page.
Yes.
Love him.
Okay, that's what you got going on. But don't forget Thursdays too. Thought Thursdays.
Thursdays, that's right. How did I forget?
Silver
Dot
Spoon.
Thursdays. Dot Thursdays over at the Black Diamond Lounge, hosted by the Gwen Factor Robinson. I think I drive her crazy with how much I talk. But I just don't shut up.
But that's your auntie. The little nieces
My
are always
auntie.
like that. You drive your
I know.
auntie crazy. But it's okay because on the 29th, which is 2 weeks away, I'm excited. Are you excited, Michelle? The 29th?
I'm excited.
Yeah.
I'm excited. I'm very
FOP
excited.
89, Largo, Maryland. It's the Firehouse Bash. It's the retirement cabaret for
What
Mr.
time is it
James
starting?
Carter. It starts at 8:00. No. Sorry, doors open at 7. But the comedy show part of it starts at 8:00. From 8 to 9:30 is the comedy show. You have DJ Storm and Norman. You have sports being watched downstairs. You guys know what I'm talking about. Fights being watched downstairs. Then you have this awesome buffet of food. Food. Oh my gosh, it's going to be awesome. Food, fun, fighting, and dancing, all for the low price of $30. If you need, we only got a limited amount of tickets, but if you need tickets, I still have some tickets available. Y'all hit me up about the tickets. DM me or DM Michelle about if you need tickets. Let me know. She can let me know so we can hold them for you at the door. But it's going to be first come, first serve. So if you don't get there and get your ticket and your ticket gone, don't be mad at us because we told you there's limited seats, and once the seats gone, that's it. So you know, hey, that's what I'm saying.
We're ready.
And that's July 29th. They already got one done. They doing this, not my party. I'm just hosting the comedy portion. Me and Michelle, they already got it because it's not my function. I'm just part of it. That's it. And they did that. They don't, and we have a good comedy lineup. They didn't even tell who all the comedians is on the flyer. It just says retirement party cabaret. But when me and Michelle do our thing, when we get it done, I'll definitely call you. Look out. Hey, I need a logo for comedy. Michelle, don't I need a logo for comedy?
You should have a logo for comedy. I need a logo.
Yeah, because
I have an idea of what I want.
Let's talk to Alan behind the scenes after the show. We get with him and talk to him to because I don't know what to do for comedy. I'm lost. Well, it comes to me. So I know you want to do the Betty Boop
cartoon
thing.
Character.
Yeah, the cartoon. Oh, he's good at that. He's real good at drawing graphics and stuff. That's Mr. Gambino Graphics himself. But the show is coming to an end. Yes. Oh, he does all the Gwen Factor posters.
Oh, so cute. Okay.
Yeah. So Gwen been using Al for over a year now. For a minute. So
ready.
Yep. What he said, did a lot of comedy what? Jones?
Mm-hmm.
Jones.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Jones, that's what he trying to say. Jones. Okay. Because I was like, what's John Nuts? John Nuts. John Nuts.
No John Nuts.
What did he say? He said he did a lot of comedy John Nuts. He meant to say Jones. Love y'all. Peace and blessings.
Have a great day, everyone.
We are out. How do I?
We're still live. We're not behind stage. I said we're still live, honey.
Okay. Let me see.
Not John Nuts.
John Nuts. Let me see.
Thank you.
Love you, Mama. Love you
Yes.
too.
Love the
Okay.
love. Thanks, everyone.
I'm going to cut it off because I don't know how to bring my intro music in. But that has been it. Y'all come back tomorrow, please.
I'll be here. Tall Tale Thursday. I'm ready.
Okay. I hit the end broadcast. End